Hi, I'm Madhusmita and I recently gave birth to a baby girl in Healthy Mother, and it was a very wonderful experience for me. And initially when I got to know that I have conceived, the next question was, where do I go for birth? Because these days everywhere they say it's like, oh, you have this problem, that problem, and then you end up in C-section. And I dreaded a C-section because C-section might be easy at the time of when you give birth, but later the problems are manifold, and I wanted to go through the natural pain because it's something very surreal. And being a woman, I was blessed since God has created me as a woman. I wanted to go through that entire process. But these confusions of doctors, which doctors, my mind was haunted with fears, doubts. I didn't trust anyone. I landed up in one of the most renowned hospitals in Hyderabad, and I was going through the checkups. Then I came to know about Healthy Mother through earlier mothers who have given birth here. Still, I was not confident about the place. I came here for my first antenatal checkup. I just was not confident again that whether I should give birth to my baby. Is this a safe place? Then Dr. Vijay suggested me to go through the Lama's classes. So I said, okay, it will be a good choice, and that will help me to take a decision of like, when the classes started, still I was doubtful whether this is the place where I am going to give my birth. Then when the classes progressed, I saw the testimonials of other parents, and the classes told me that it inspired me that how a natural birth can be done, and it's something out of the world. And the various myths of like your baby is having a cord around his neck or her neck, so you have to deliver C-section, your amniotic fluid has suddenly reduced, you have to go through a C-section. All these kinds of myths which were there was clear in these classes. They told how the process of labor is. It's a very nice class to clear all your doubts, and they also told us how this entire model works, and that really cleared my doubts, and the sleepless nights slowly started converting into a peaceful night, and I started trusting, and I took the decision that yes, I am going to give my birth to my child at Healthy Mother. And the classes, the Lama's classes, made me conclude or come to the decision. Yes, there can be situations wherein you have to at the end moment go for a C-section, but here still there are things which are done which is not done in any other hospital. Here, even if you have a C-section, the baby, there are little things which makes difference actually. The baby is given to you immediately, just after the birth. The umbilical cord is not cut immediately. These little things are not practiced anywhere. And there are people around you who are constantly giving you support, and then your husband is throughout this process along with you. So these little things really help, and I don't think so anywhere you will be provided this kind of support. And in words, I really cannot explain the support which Healthy Mother team and Dr. Vijay has given me, and I cannot explain. I'm right now very emotional because the entire process was made very surreal and very nice, and that was only because of Dr. Vijay and of this place. I gave birth to a beautiful daughter on my birthday, and I couldn't have asked for more. And I thank God that He made me realize, and I thank Pratima also for giving me those Lama's classes and making my doubts clear and come to this place and give birth. And you are not here, the birth is like you are not forced to do anything. Taking contractions on bed is really not easy. I was allowed freely wherever I wanted to go. I could eat freely. It was not that I couldn't eat. That was one of my fear, that when I go into contraction, what if I have not taken my food? I have to give birth empty with an empty stomach, then I'll be hungry. All these things, but here I was like asked to take food. I was asked to move around freely. Whatever place I wanted to give birth, I gave. I gave birth squatting. So that was the position which I felt nice, and nobody stopped me from doing it, and it was fabulous. And there was hot water bath, and that relieved my contractions so well, and I was so relaxed. And these little things makes the difference, and made the entire process a memorable one. And I couldn't thank enough the team of Healthy Mother, and I have been thanking them all, and I have been telling sorry, because whole team, I just pressed somebody's hand, I think I have squeezed somebody's hand, and the entire team was there. Somebody was giving me hot water bag to ease out my pain, somebody was holding me hand, there were positive words all throughout. It was such a positive environment. Even if I was tired, I knew I could do it because of the positivity all around. And nobody was harsh, nobody was rude to me. Everybody was like my mom, everybody was like so supportive, and it made the entire process really, really a memorable one. And again, I cannot thank, and thank you is just not enough to express my feeling of what this entire process is all about. And I am glad that I came here, and I would inspire all the young couples to come here and just go through a process, because natural birth is a beautiful process, and that beauty of that process was explained by Dr. Vijaya and her team, and I got to realize the beauty and through them only, and this would have not been possible anywhere else. And the support, the postpartum, the antenatal care, there is no doubt about all these things, and they are like just fabulous. I was not a confident mom when I came here. I had so many doubts, so many fears, but Dr. Vijay patiently heard me through all my doubts, and she built in the confidence, and the confidence was shown when I was going through my contraction. I was a confident mom at that time, and I knew I could do it. But when I came 6 months back, I was not a confident mom. I was full of doubts, full of fear, but at the end, when I gave birth, I was a confident mom, and I was transformed from a fearful, doubtful mother to I think I became a butterfly with the birth of my baby. So thank you, Healthy Mother, and that's what I could say all about it. So
this is Amit, Madhu's husband. My wife has actually said it all. Initially when we were thinking about, we came to know that we conceived, went to one of the big names in the city. Initially I was kind of more tilted towards a big name and that sort of thing, but over a period of time, as we attended the Lanaj classes, and as and when, we came to know that the actual process of birth is much more than, just a big name. You go to a big name, you go to a kind of a, so it's more than that. At the end of the day, you're creating a family, right? And you create a family through love, without fear. So that's very important, that when you choose to have a birth, when you choose to bring in a life into this world, you do it without fear. And that whole concept is there in Healthy Mother. It really helps you to bring out the best in you. And the support that we have received at Healthy Mother is really out of the world. You can't really say enough about this whole process, right? And the very fact that you can be there with your wife during the whole process, you can be her pillar of strength, you can support her with your words, and that will actually bring you closer. You get married, then you have a child, but the process of childbirth actually changes the woman, and if you are there at each and every step of that, right, it's going to change your whole relationship. And I've seen that happen, last night when my child was born. So really thank Healthy Mother, and I hope, one of the best things about Healthy Mother is, they have a good Facebook page, and one of the main decisions why we decided to come to Facebook, Healthy Mother was through the Facebook, because everybody is quite active on Facebook, and when you come to know about things that are happening in Healthy Mother, the good things all around, especially if you go and check out the Facebook, you'll really feel empowered, and you'll really feel that yes, I can make a difference in this whole process. And at the end of the day, it's your decision, it's your family's decision, and Healthy Mother team is always there to help you. So thank you, Healthy Mother.